Yo, this is Jason of Drowning Pool, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold Radio. Rock on.
Automatic defense procedures initiated.
What we've got here is
maximum voltage, maximum power, maximum carnage. This is Maximum Threshold. Call the show at
440-709-4977.
Maximum Threshold. And here's your hosts, Dom.
He's unstable, but possibly worse. He's actually quite smart. He just makes errors of judgment along the way.
Test one.
Yeah, there you go. Starting to show off with some classics right there. That was indeed Honey Hush. That was from 1977. That was off the Foghat Live. It's my favorite Foghat record, too. They got all my good songs on that one. Yep. So there you go, man. That one goes out to Curtis. Why not? He's old. He's an old bastard out there, so he's probably remember when those guys were consummated. So there you go. Let's see here. We're gonna play a couple more stuff, and then we're gonna come back. Got interviews with Randy Black. He's in Wasp, and then we got JasenMoreno from Drowning Pool. So we got those interviews. We'll knock them out a little bit. Then we're gonna get out of here. So we're not gonna make this one that long. So I don't want to keep you guys from doing what you normally do on a Saturday night. So let me do this. Here we go. Where we go. Here you go. Since it's early in the show, let's start off with this song here. Be back after this. Some Morning Wagon, Blind. At the live at the Budokan.
You're never giving anything more.
blind to see that I don't give a damn about it. Don't cry to me. You're too blind to see that I don't care.
Yeah, Morning Wagon here on Maximum Threshold Radio, episode 441 for you, peeking at you. Let's see here, we're working on some other things in the mix for tonight, but I think we're going to get right into this right now and knock out this Randy Black interview that we got. He's back in Wasp, and Rad Chad is at it again. Knocking them out, man, grabbing these interviews and slinging them on down over here, and we're going to play them for you, because that's what we do right here on Maximum Threshold Radio. So, let's do that. We're going to do that right now. Here you go. This here is Randy Black. The Randy Black interview here on Maximum Threshold Radio. Rawr.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rad Chad from Maximum Threshold Radio. I'm at NAMM 2016 with Mr. Randy Black, the drummer. He's touring with Wasp right now, and that's just basically about it. Hey, Randy, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining me, man. What's going on, man? You're at NAMM, obviously. Who you repping, my brother?
I'm repping Sabian, Pearl, Vince and Sticks from Sweden, Aquarian Drumheads, and correct, yeah, I just finished a tour with Wasp in Europe. September, October, November, and yeah, that's.
So is this just part time for you at Wasp gig, or is this just going to be something? Well, you know, I mean, just for clarification, so nobody says, well, he's a member of Wasp, but you know.
No, it went well, and we'll see. I mean, okay. I'm hoping it continues. We'll see in the new year.
Besides touring, being a touring, basically construed as a touring drummer, what do you got going right now as outside? As just anything else going on with you right now?
Actually, yeah. I did a couple of gigs with a bass player named Marco Mendoza.
Great bass.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. He's got on the side, he's got his own trio going. And we did 2 gigs last year at the Music Messe, which is the equivalent of the NAMM in Europe. Mm-hmm. And it went very, very cool. And we're looking at doing some dates in Germany in May and June. So I hope...
Anything in the U.S. that you might... No, nothing?
What Marco does is, to save costs, he's got a different lineup in different areas.
Yeah.
So it's cool. But I'm just hoping we do the dates that he's got planned in Europe. Besides that, I'm just doing, some clinics and stuff in Europe.
Okay.
And my other project band called Dusk Machine.
Dusk Machine.
Right.
And do you have a website for that? Or
Yeah, it's duskmachine.com. And what it is, it's me and 2 other former members from Annihilator.
Oh, Annihilator, wow.
Russ Berquist and Joe Camo and Nikolai Verk.
That's a great lineup, man.
Yeah,
so,
really
and
cool.
Again, they can find all that stuff. I mean,
on my website.
Yeah. And any future tours with them?
No. That's actually kind of more of a project because everybody's living in different fucking countries. And, it's hard to.
Yeah. Oh, of course, man. You got to pay that plane ticket and then the luggage fee and then a fee for just looking like you have long hair. And anything else you got going on besides that?
No. That's it.
And what's your official websites and media sites? Social media sites.
Well, the main one I guess I use all the time is Facebook, like everyone else. Randy Black on Facebook. I have a YouTube channel, Randy Black. I got a lot of cool videos up on there with various projects. And my website, randyblack.de for Deutschland, Germany.
There you go. Hey, can I ask you a quick question about Primal Fear? You might ask me that. What for clarification, was it mutual split, or did you wanted to go and move on? Am I? Because I don't want to throw you under the bus, basically.
No. I can just say what I said with the statement. I just had
because you were solid, man. I saw you in Anaheim, man. And you guys, you're fucking solid on the kit, man.
It's just one of those things. I had differences with one of the guys in the band. And
Okay.
we couldn't work it out. So.
You don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to go into details. That's your business, man. But I just, I'm glad, man. Well, you look like you're happier. You look like, obviously, you're doing a lot of projects and stuff. And I appreciate you taking your time out to talk to me, man.
Let me just add, with Primal Fear, I had 11 great years there. I'm proud of the records I did with them. So I have
there's no animosity. Yeah, no, I agree. That's good, and that's how it should be in the music scene, man. There's always a difference. There's always disagreements. People go, look, you know what, man, I'm going to do my own thing, but it's like, when you leave, it's like, your name calling and all that stupid shit. Yeah, I noticed you didn't do that, man, when you left. Yeah, and I respect that, man.
There you go. That's Wasp for you here on Maximum Threshold Radio with their great interview with Randy Black. Like, if you listen to the interview, you know that he's in Wasp, and he was also, prior to that, was in Primal Fear. And I want to thank Rad Chad for grabbing that. If Arielle's going to be calling in here. We tried to get her on a few weeks ago. She's got some stuff that she's working with Vince Gill. So all you country people out there, get some scoop going on. It's pretty cool, man. Let's see here. I'm talking about a few other interviews we're going to be having coming up soon. Steve Unger will be coming back on the show here. I'm talking with him right now. I'm talking about the new metal church and just how phenomenal this one is coming out. It's going to be dropping pretty soon, so I'm looking forward to that, and I know you are too. So as soon as we get our grubby little paws on that and we're able to play some of it for you, we're going to do it because that's how we roll, man. I also like to hear from you people out there. Get in our chat room at MaximumThreshold.net and click chat and get in the chat room down there. And, man, it's loading up. There's a lot of people in there right now. And, hey, I check all my messages, too. So if you send me a message over there in the chat room, I'll get it. As well as if you can text me at 440-252-0058. Once again, text messages show at 440-252-0058. There you go. So, we're going to keep rolling right along here. Arielle's, like I said, she's going to be giving us a call here any minute. So, there you go. How's that? Maximum Threshold Radio, you're on the air.
Hi, it's Arielle.
Hey, Arielle, what's going on?
Not much.
Yeah, I'm glad we got you on here, man. We tried to get you on here, it was a few weeks ago, just there's some technical problems and stuff.
Yeah, I was driving cross country, and at the time I had zero reception.
Oh, I understand
that. I couldn't even tell you that. but I'm here now.
So were you at Nashville?
Yeah, I'm in Nashville right now. What about you guys?
We're in Cleveland.
Oh. Okay.
We're just straight up from you. So what made you leave LA to go to Nashville?
Well, I progressively started moving into a different genre of music. Mm-hmm. I had a record label out there and had a lot of different stuff I was doing. And I started with more of rock pop. Mm-hmm. And as the years went on, I started moving into folk pop and country, and there's very little country scene out there. I ended up leaving my label and having some interest out here, people who were in the country world that advised me that there's really not much going on in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So a month after we had that conversation, I got in the car and drove out here, and I'm so glad that I did. I can't, I'm kicking myself, wondering why I didn't do it earlier.
Nashville's blowing up. It's been blowing up over the last few years too, with rockers just moving over there, and I talked to a lot of them, and they they really love the city, and the networking there is phenomenal, and it's everything you need is right there.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's something going on all the time. It's very easy to burn yourself out. Not really like that in Los Angeles.
For the people who aren't familiar with your style of music of the country, who would you think in the country setting that you sing like, or your music falls into their style?
Well, I think what I'm doing right now is something that hasn't really been done by a woman. And so I am constantly comparing myself to men.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really in the more rocky area of country at the moment, and it tends to be sometimes Southern rock, but a lot of times classic rock. So it would be a mixture of Vince Gill, Keith Urban, and sometimes it can be a little bit poppy, so sometimes I say the band Peri.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to bring in more of the Tom Petty vibe, the more classic rock kind of country. People consider that country here sometimes, which is interesting. But I'm trying to bring more of that vibe in, which I don't think exists right now. Maybe Chris Stapleton a little bit. He's more bluesy, though.
Mm-hmm. What's your vibe on the whole country pop scene?
Well, it's really funny to hear everyone's opinion on it here, because there's a split.
Yeah.
And me personally, I don't care what you do as long as it's genuine to who you are.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time in Los Angeles, and I know very well how the industry works when songwriters and artists are trying to fit the mold and find the formula of what makes a hit song. And it's a very quick way to become quote-unquote successful and make some money.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also a quick way out. The moment it comes in, it's already known. It's not going to last forever. It's just a hit. I call it fast food music.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's pop music, and then throw a banjo on it or a fiddle and say, oh, look, it's country, but it's pop. And labels don't really mean anything to me, but what bothers me is that people aren't being genuine. They're not telling real stories. They're not being vulnerable with their music. And not all music needs to be that way, but if you're just writing to have a hit, you've already gone the wrong way.
Yeah.
So for that reason, in every genre that exists, it just tends to be really concentrated in pop country.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Do you think that the pop country is coming out just because it's a quick fire music that's put out there, just like regular pop music? I mean, it's like the bubblegum thing. It'll catch on for a little bit, then it dies off. Is that the vibe you get also out of it?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, and the people who are writing it know that. Yeah. They know that when they write it, it's not going to last for very long, and then they'll just write another one and then make some money and have some success. And I mean, that works for some people. I suppose that a long time ago, bands like that existed and artists, but I mean, most artists I know that really dedicate their life to their music and their craft don't want a one-hit. They don't want to be a one-hit wonder and then leave. That's definitely not what I want. But yeah, it's pop music.
Yeah.
It's exactly what pop is doing. Just there's a formula. They know it'll work. Mm-hmm. You work with specific songwriters, and you're going to have a hit no matter what you do.
One of the things I've noticed, and I'll sit here and I'll watch some of the top 20 country songs that are out there, and you listen to them, you're like, man, they're blatantly ripping off hard rock and metal songs, the melody lines, the guitar riffs, and they're just changing the lyrics around a little bit. And they'll go from one verse, it sound like a Guns N' Roses kind of thing, or like a Temple of the Dog vibe to it, like their Brothers Osborne.
Sure.
Their song, it's exactly, it came right from, a Pearl Jam kind of vibe kind of thing. And you just change it around. When they get to the chorus, they'll steal somebody else's melody line, but they'll change it up just a little bit so they don't fall into that the Ice Ice Baby vibe.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot harder, and this is where I stand. And I'm glad we're talking about this because I talk about this almost every day with different people. I am a purist. Mm-hmm. I always have been. I don't want to say I was born in the wrong era because I was raised off of the music from 60s, 70s, and a little bit of the 80s. Mm-hmm. So they were really honing in their craft, and they developed who they were. And a lot of them weren't 18-year-olds. Most of them, it takes time to really get your sound and figure out who you are and what you want to say and get life experience that you want to talk about. The best songs, to me, were the side B songs. The side B songs that didn't get to be the hits. Queen's my favorite band. They're untouchable. Songs like that cannot have a formula because they come from a real place of knowing yourself and being so wherever music does come from. Mm-hmm. I believe it's some sort of channel, like a well of when you write a song else, you don't have the ability, freedom of what could be. You're just trying to mix and mash something that's already been done. And songs but at the end of the day, the stuff that changes people's lives is when it's true to what you've been through and who you are and where you connect with people. And it's the same, and it's everything that goes on in music. These people are having other people write their music, or they write with 5 different people, which is crazy. Yeah. And then they have the same 20 people in Nashville play on it that have been doing it for 30 or 40 years. And then they tune the crap out of your vocals, and then you're so disconnected from the music at that point. How could you be anything more than just copy and paste it on there? So it's a longer route, but I really believe that being an artist and not just a formula songwriter, it takes time and vulnerability and courage to do what everybody else is not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I agree with you. And it's just like listening to like pop music, like Lady Gaga crap. If you listen to that stuff there, she ain't writing all that stuff herself. And same with all these other pop artists out there. They're all getting the same clique of people, are coming together to help write this, and they're all getting that publishing in it. And it's all that clique. It's all the clique.
Yeah, same ones every time, and then people wonder why everything sounds the same. It's because the same people are writing it, same people are playing on it. I mean, same drum fills even on almost every song because it's the same drummer. Everything is the same. And back in the day, people had bands, and there were studio musicians and stuff, but there were a bunch of different ones in different genres, and it was already on a song that the band had written themselves. There was such diversity. Mm-hmm. But the courage comes from, hey, you know what? Maybe my song and me as an artist won't be totally mainstream like Taylor Swift. Yeah. By me writing by myself and doing something different. Maybe I don't want to have the same formula as everybody else, but I think that's also music creates cultures, and it has people come together. And if you put together, at least in country music, what they're talking about, it's women in cowgirl boots and trucks, fishing, whiskey, and beer. Mm-hmm. And that's what you get. In pop music, it's worse, for sure. But it's starting to head down that direction, too. Like one-night stands and live for this moment because you don't know how long you're going to have, so be reckless. And so that's what people are doing. And that's why I believe, in a lot of ways, the world has turned into what it is, really destructive and separated, because music hasn't been the one place where people could connect and be vulnerable and share stories that really mean something. Music has become just like every other industry that is unhealthy in our society. And the songwriters and artists are truly to blame. And I played the game too. It's very easy to do. You can write a very clever song that means nothing to you, but it's a great song, at least for a while.
Who have you worked with? Is there any big name like producers or other artists?
Sure. Well, I played guitar for CeeLo for a while. I have worked with Nino Betancourt from Extreme, Brian May from Queen. I opened up for Heart, Joan Jett, Graham Nash, Guns N' Roses. About to work with, and a lot of pop producers.
That's pretty cool. You got a nice little background there. And how about in Nashville? Are those names kind of helping you out while you made your way back over here?
Well, I just connected with Michael Wagner. I don't know if you know who he is, but he is one of the top rock producers of all time. He did Master Puppets. He did all of Extreme's albums. He did just about any rock thing from the 80s. He did Ozzy, he did Alice Cooper. Anything you can think of, he did. And he's out here in Nashville, and he found me through a friend that we have. And he's a purist. He's one of the most, he is the most pure producer I've ever met. He's like, I don't tune vocals. He's kept music alive in a lot of different ways, and so we're doing a little bit of blend in genre styles. And I don't know if it has made my life easier. I've had a really interesting response in Nashville. It's a very friendly city, but at the same time, there was a culture shock involved when I got here. I think people don't know what to think of me yet, because I am doing something pretty different than most women here.
Now, are you playing any shows out there?
Yeah, I'm playing a couple times a week for right now until I keep building my network and meeting people, and then I'm going to start getting outside of Nashville and traveling around Tennessee and some of the outlying states.
Did Nuno ever give you any of his guitars, signature ones?
No, he didn't. I did not ask, but he did get me my first record label.
That's better.
Yeah, he got me signed. So, and we recorded together, and he also we went to New York. We flew out to Universal, and he got me to. And he actually played the showcase with me in front of the presidents of Universal. It was awesome.
And how far did that take you?
Actually, it did really well with my record label. I got a number 3 song on the CMT charts in country. My song California beat out Blake Shelton and Keith Urban and Carrie Underwood without any promotion when the song was on the radio. I ended up leaving for artistic differences. I got offered the Alice Cooper gig to play guitar, and I gratefully declined because it wasn't where I wanted to go. But because of artistic differences, I ended up leaving. But I had a lot of awesome stuff, and more than anything, I learned a whole lot about the music industry.
Yeah.
I wish I would have learned a little bit better, maybe a little bit less painful of a way, but
you're doing it the right way, though, man. You're throwing yourself in there, and you're not overexposing yourself. I think you're doing a great job at it. Some people would jump all in and get totally overexposed, and then you'd fall in that pit of like, okay, I'm going to have something. I'm going to do something real big, and then you're going to flop. And you're not doing it. You're looking at it as a long haul. That's how I'm seeing it. A bigger picture.
Yeah. Each move is a stepping stone to the next move, especially when I'm a woman guitar player, and there are not very many. And people say, no, you can count them on 2 hands. Yeah. If you even know enough about the industry. Most people can only count on less than 5 fingers.
Yeah.
And that's nothing if you think about all the men. So it's very easy to get pigeonholed and brand yourself the wrong way. So every move is very conscious, from the way that I dress to the style of music I play, the way that the videos are recorded, and everything is genuine. I'm very real with my fans, and again, everything I've learned is because I've done the opposite, and it didn't feel good to me, and it didn't connect with the fans. And it's something that I'm trying to carve a little space in the music industry that shows you don't have to wear a ton of makeup and expose yourself with your clothing, and you can be vulnerable and say what you really want to say, and your fans will love you, and people will connect with that more than anything. If that's, you don't need to play by all those rules, and it's longer, but I think it will withstand, and it has thus far, time and any sort of fads that come in and out.
Gotcha, and I agree with you. Let's see. I know you're working on this contest. You want to talk about the contest you have?
Yeah. Well, this is super exciting. Somebody had given me a link to this on Facebook. The most amazing things happen to me on Facebook. I think I met you on Twitter, but I just meet the most amazing people. And one of them had given me this link, and it's called On Stage with Vince Gill, and Guitar Center put it together. And basically, Vince Gill made a contest that he's going to pick 5 guitar players to play a song with him called Take Me Down on his brand new album. On stage at one of his shows, he picks 5, and I think there's 3,300 people on there right now. You do a cover song of his song, and then they pick 5. You go to LA, play on stage, and then they pick one person who wins, and you get an opening slot with him, and you get $10,000 and all these meetings with different people. You get a single produced by a big named country producer, and it's a great opportunity to have free exposure on a large level. And I'm trying to stay away from labels and managers until I'm in a place, a little bit more of a place of power. And so all of my fans just rushed on there. I'm number 6 right now. I signed up about 5 days ago. They've been going on for a month. And so apparently every week they take the top 10 and then put them in a pile, and out of that pile, it ends up being about 100 people. They pick 5. And I'm at 6. I think I'll be at 5 pretty soon here. But basically, I'm just having all my fans, they go to the website and watch the videos and comment and click follow, and you can do it as many times a day as you want. And the goal is to get on stage with Vince Gill and play with him and win, of course.
Vince is a straight up icon in the music industry. No matter what genre you're in, when you just mentioned Vince's name, everybody knows who that is, and he's just phenomenal. You gotta give him his props.
He's amazing. He's I call him the Eric Clapton country music.
Yeah,
he's amazing at everything he does: songwriting, singing, guitar playing. He has 20 albums. He's been going for so long and still is relevant. And I've never done a contest before to anything like this ever. And I saw this, and I respect him so much that, first of all, he would give the opportunity to an up and coming guitar player or artist. And of course, if it were anyone else, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
but he's amazing.
Oh, definitely, I agree with you wholeheartedly on that. Let's see here, just a couple more things, and we'll let you get going. But how can people get a hold of your music?
Yeah, well, I actually give, there's of course iTunes, but I do give away a bunch of my music on my website, which is I'm Arielle, ARIELLE.com. And all you got to do is enter your email address, and I give you like 8 of my songs. And of course, just typing in my name on iTunes or Google Play or whatever you've got. And then I'm all over YouTube. It's youtube.com/official Arielle. And I'm all over Facebook and Instagram. I do all sorts of fun covers in between originals that I've got going on, and it's there's always something new that I'm putting up.
Sounds good. Arielle, can you do us a quick favor?
What's that?
Can you do a promo ID for a radio show? Just say your name, that you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and throw something crazy out at the end of it, and don't put no thought into this.
Oh, no.
That's the best part of it.
So by crazy, it's just something I say or do? Or
And anything you want to put at the end of it.
Oh, man. All right.
Now, you're thinking about it. You just got to wing it. That's the best part of all this.
All right. Sorry. Hi, my name is Arielle, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold. Make sure to treat people nicely.
Okay, now that was not crazy, but I'll buy that one, though.
I mean, it seems crazy to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know it does.
Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted to scream or something.
Like I said, you could do anything you wanted on that part, because I'll use that as like clips to when I open up the show, or like in between songs, I'll play like a little promo ID like that in between stuff, and then I can do that to promote one of your songs or something like that.
Okay.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll roll with that. That's a good one.
Like, oh no, I don't know what crazy is. I'm like, well, say something that matters.
Oh, you want to hear some? Here, I'll pull one of the ones I have on my board already. If you want an idea, let's see. Okay, here's Kurt Vanderhoof. This is the guy from a Metal Church. Listen to this one.
This is Kurt Vanderhoof from Presto Ballet and Metal Church, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold, and they're going through your purse.
See, just something random like that.
And they're going through your purse. All right, got it.
But what I like I said, like I told you earlier, what I'll do is I'll play your music on here. We'll help create a buzz for you, and then we'll bring you back on here and spend a little more time talking in depth about music and everything with you.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Well, you're quite welcome. And is there anything else you want to touch on real quick?
I think that's good. I'm just really grateful that that you asked to talk to me and I could be a part of your show.
Anytime. Yeah. Once I saw you on there, I went and looked and listened to your music. I'm like, wow, I wanted to play something different. We're expanding our network. Going from like the hard rock metal and now like sort of like that country vibe and the comedy kind of thing. Sure. So we're trying to cover a lot of different things. So I want to help bring more people involved in this. And being a musician myself, I love music and I admire musicians when you make good music. And when I listen to your music here, I was like, we got to bring you on here to talk about this. Just gives me another opportunity to play your music on here.
Oh, thank you.
And
I come from a hard rock and heavy metal background, so maybe you picked up on that subconsciously.
I did. Well, I'm going to play California here. You want to talk about it real quick?
Sure. California is, in a nutshell, my journey of moving to Los Angeles and thinking I was going to be this enormous star and just the biggest name ever, and along the way I made compromises that had me lose myself and be very upset. In the chorus, I've been chasing dreams, but they're chasing me I've been trading stars for that concrete star, and I can't find the sunshine in California. All of my dreams and aspirations had fallen apart, and I felt very broken after giving myself up for something that wasn't even real. And I know a lot of people can relate to that in LA and here in Nashville. And the whole moral of the story is to be yourself when you have aspirations and dreams, because that's the only way it's going to work and feel good at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Okay, Arielle. Well, hey, I want to thank you very much for taking time out and popping on here and just talking about what's going on with you and a little bit of history of yourself and the whole music kind of thing over there, moving into Nashville.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you. And you too. And whatever you have, if you're promoting anything, just hit me up. We have a bunch of sites that we work with, and we got a lot of people listen to this as well as, follow our crap that we put out there all the time.
Okay.
So we'll do whatever we can to help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And have yourself a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Oh, you too.
Bye.
I want my name in the lights. I want to swim in the sky. Be the only star at midnight. Before I knew it, I was lost. Didn't count all the cost. Now I wonder if I'll ever even make it out alive. I've been chasing dreams, but they're chasing me in the city of angels. I can't sleep 'cause I'm trading scars for that concrete star, and I can't find the sunshine in California. I only wanted to be me, had the best intentions. I was scattered in all directions. It was more than I could take. I would bend just to break. Falling apart wasn't never my plan, but now I understand. I've been chasing dreams, but they're chasing me in the city of angels. I can't sleep 'cause I'm trading scars for that concrete star, and I can't find the sunshine in California. I want my name in the lights. I want to swim in the sky. Be the only star at midnight. I've been chasing dreams, but they're chasing me in the city of angels. I can't sleep 'cause I'm trading scars for that concrete star, and I can't find the sunshine in California.
We'll be right back right after this short break here on Maximum Threshold Radio. Horns up, fists in the air, bitches.
Everybody knows that tattoos are all the rage. and you want to be cool and get a tattoo, but you're not really cool until you got the gear too. So the newest gear, the coolest gear, the hottest gear is United Tattoo Brotherhood, because only people...
Coolest cats got them?
No. Only people with tattoos accept everybody. Not everybody accepts everybody with tattoos. And it is a brotherhood.
Yes, it is.
We're all family. And these are available only at utb13.com or at Gen X in Willoughby, Ohio. And you go on there, you can get hoodies, t-shirts, women's shirts, and soon you'll be able to get some hats.
Sweet.
And they're a new sponsor of ours, and check it out. I think they're really good.
utb13.com. Those are the letters. utb13.com. It's United Tattoo Brotherhood.
Yes. Join the family.
Missed the live show? Go to StitcherRadio.com and search Maximum Threshold and listen in today. That's Maximum Threshold and Stitcher Radio. A match made in heaven.
Wondering how you're hearing Maximum Threshold right now? The online 24/7 player. You listen to it live and it's streamed and it's fueled by JWN Media. Once again, it's JWN Media. Check them out if you're looking. JWN Media has reasonable prices for shoutcast feeds. So if you have yourself a show and you want to get on the air, you can do so. If you have your music, you want to play it on your website 24/7, you can do that at JWN Media. They'll take care of all your online needs. Once again, it's jwnmedia.com. Tell me you heard about this through MaximumThreshold.net. Maximum Threshold Radio live every Saturday night exclusively here at MaximumThreshold.net. And if you're not listening to it live, you're listening to one of our fine affiliates. Thanks for listening to Maximum Threshold Radio Show and the Maximum Threshold Radio Network.
Have a smartphone, iPod, iPad, or even Roku? Grab the app, tune in, and search Maximum Threshold and hear the show live directly from your device.
Hey, this is Dominic, and whenever I'm strumming my guitar, I'm looking for that sensational sound. It only works the best with SIT strings. Once again, that is SIT strings. Check them out at sitstrings.com. And if you're a guitarist, you definitely want to get these on your axe, because they'll never, ever let you down. Want to text the show? You can text 24 hours a day. Just send a message from your phone at 440-520-1956. Once again, a text number, the show is 440-520-1956. Text the show now.
Phone lines are open. Call now, 440-709-4977. Once again, that number is 440-709-4977.
Your good friends at Maximum Threshold. We'd like to inform you, if beauty's only skin deep, unless your dog's ugly and then you're nasty from the inside out. You are listening to Maximum Threshold Radio.
Autumn Harvest.
Guys, this is Charlotte, your Divas champion from WWE. You're listening to Maximum Threshold, and remember, anything worth doing, do it with flair. Woo!
Woo! That's right. Want to thank again Arielle for being on tonight. Let's see here. I'm going to play some music here, and then we'll come back. We got an interview with JasenMoreno from Drowning Pool. And might have another call in, man, so it's a surprise night for you. We like to throw these out at you and just, because if you're listening to us live, you don't know what's going on. Because I really don't I don't push out like this person's coming on, that person's coming on, this or that, blah, blah. It's a surprise, man. And we've been doing that for 10 years. I know it probably would have a lot more listeners. I mean, we got a whole lot as it is, but we'd probably have a lot more if I was promoting it. But I do promote, so don't think I don't. But after the show's over, then we pimp it all out. And then it goes it's spired everywhere. Spired from Finland to, I don't know, wherever the hell you're at, down in the Bahamas, to Chernobyl, to Flint, Michigan, to Gary, Indiana, to Miami. I'm just naming off cities if you didn't notice that. Let's see, where else? Boston, Massachusetts, down south to Athens, Greece, and that's right. You're getting a fucking history class. I know I screwed that up. I did it on purpose just to catch you guys. So, yeah, I want to thank you again for tuning in to this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. And we're still rolling along, man. We're an hour into this program and had 2 killer interviews. We had Randy Black interview from Wasp and formerly Primal Fear, and we had Arielle on the show as well. So, like I said, we're just rolling right along here. There's some other stuff I want to play for you. And just trying to get back in the mode of playing some happy music, as I had some pretty crappy stuff going on this weekend. So let me do this and play some music, and we'll be back after that. Yeah, there you go, man. There you go. That's a nice little block of music for you. We played some White Snake. We played some, and that was Warrant. So we had Warrant, White Snake, and Dangerous Toys. Before that, we heard Arielle with California here on Maximum Threshold Radio. I want to thank you for tuning in to this week's edition, episode 441. That's right. We've been doing this 10 years. Let's see here. I think I'm going to play a couple more songs, and we got this really cool interview with JasenMoreno. I want to play that. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't heard it yet, so I'll be right there with you guys listening. But first, let me do this. But let's knock out the 2-3 minute music news, rock and metal news section that we play here every single week. And you catch these guys on YouTube. Just do a search, rock and metal news, and you have Ron. Put these guys. These guys put this together for us every week. They've been doing it for years, and man, trust me when I say this. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for doing that. It really is nice. So we'll be back after this. Here we go.
Hey guys, this is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News, and this is your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. The band River Black, featuring 3 ex-members of Burnt by the Sun, as well as Revocation bassist Brett, are working on some new material for their new debut album, which should be out through Season of Mist later in 2016. The band will play their first live show on April the 15th at the New England Metal and Hardcore Festival. You can check out a teaser of some new music on their Facebook page. Darkness Divided have a new self-titled album set for release through Victory Records on April the 22nd. A music video for the track Misery is now on YouTube. The track list is out as well. Some of the songs are The Point of No Return, Backbreaker, A Life That Binds, Wake of the Dead, among others. And Caliban have released a music video for their track Paralyzed. It is off their new album Gravity, which is out on March the 25th through Century Media. Check it out on YouTube. Continuing with your MaximumThreshold.net rock and metal news report. The new song called Karate from Baby Metal is now available on iTunes, or you can stream it on YouTube. The track is off their second album, Metal Resistance, which will be out on April the 1st. And the band Entheos, featuring ex-Animals as leaders and the Faceless members, are streaming a new song called Neural Damage off their new album, The Infinite Nothing. The album is out on April the 1st through Artery Recordings, and you can take a listen at Metal Sucks. And finally, Eagles of Death Metal's rescheduled European tour has been cancelled. Not to worry, nothing crazy, but frontman Jesse Hughes has torn a tendon in his finger. This is Ron from YouTube's Rock and Metal News with a Z, and this has been your Maximum Threshold Rock and Metal News Report. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, that's what I said. I want to thank you again. Why am I so loud? What's going on? Hello there, is that better? I don't want to be blowing up you guys' ears. Let's see here. Another fine edition of the Maximum Threshold of all Threshold radio shows. I want to thank you again for tuning into this week's edition. I just got to hear some Motley Crue with Misunderstood off the 1994 release. With that, had, of course, John Corabi singing. One of my favorite Crue records of all times right there. Just, you gotta love Corabi, man. He's just great guy. I mean, he sings his heart out, and really cool dude in person. So, on that note, let's knock this interview out. Then we'll be getting out of here. But I want to thank you again for tuning in this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. It's always nice to be on here, as this is my therapy. And don't forget, man, Friday nights on Maximum Threshold Radio, 8 p.m., got the brand new Hiya show. Knife. So, yeah. Friday nights, Knife Edge Chop. You can catch that on Maximum Threshold Radio for great wrestling talk, man. If you guys are into wrestling, you'll dig this, man, because you got some of the best people out there working this. And it's the second show that we had on our network here. And you can catch and replay this week's show every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. But Friday airs the live or the new show. So tune in, Maximum Threshold Radio, Knife Edge Chop. Yeah.
This is WWE Superstar Bray Wyatt, and you're listening to Maximum Threshold. Follow the buzzard.
Follow the buzzard. Okay, here's the interview. This is with JasenMoreno of Drowning Pool, exclusively here on Maximum Threshold Radio. Horns up, fist in the air, and thanks to everybody for tuning in this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show.
Hey everybody, this is Brad Chad from Maximum Threshold Radio. I'm in Los Angeles, California at Los Lobos. I do believe that's how they pronounce that. Am I saying that correctly?
Hell, I don't know.
Hey, joining me right now is the lead singer from Drowning Pool, JasenMoreno. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me. I'm fine, man. How are you?
Excellent, man. So, when you got the call to front the band, how did that take place, and were you doing backflips and all that good stuff?
Absolutely not. I never in a million years did I think I was actually going to get the gig. So when I auditioned, man, it was more for my own peace of mind, just to know that I had exhausted every avenue available to me. I'm chasing this dream. It's probably never going to happen. I'll give it a shot. Long shot. When I got the gig, man, I had a panic attack, man.
Did you really? Wow, at least you're honest.
The pressure hit me like a ton of bricks, man. Just the whole back catalog and Drowning Pool's
Yeah,
legacy and
of
Dave's
course.
memory.
Yeah, God bless him.
Man, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for, because you get it and then you don't know what the hell to do with it. So that's not to say I don't want the gig. Of course I want the gig. I've been wanting to be in the band for years.
Yeah.
It's just, I never thought it would actually happen. So when I did get it, it was just immense pressure, man.
Being that the fact that you had to, fill the shoes of Dave, original lead singer, man. I mean, God bless him. I mean, tragedy happens. We won't go into that, man. What happened? There's the ifs and the ands and the buts, man.
Well,
But
not even that. I mean, no one can replace Dave, obviously, man. But even just Ryan, Jason Gahn, those guys are great voices and iconic styles and.
I mean, I grew up on it too, man. You know what I mean? I mean, not just. I mean, the catalog goes back, man. I mean, you know this, man. I mean, because you had to learn it. Yeah. Was that hard for you, man? The catalog?
No, not at all, man. I already knew most of the stuff, man. I mean, my old band, we were touring with Drowning Pool. I sold merch for Drowning Pool. I mean, I've always been here. That's the funny thing. It's like, man, I knew Dave. I was local when Drowning Pool was local, so.
Yeah, Texas, correct?
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, I go way, way, way back, so I've always known the tunes. We all know the tunes.
Yeah.
It's not hard to learn the back catalog if you're a fan. You already know.
Yeah. You got a couple. You fronted. I don't know. Forgive me for not knowing this, but you fronted a couple bands, correct? You want to elaborate a little bit on those bands that you fronted?
Local bands. I mean, I was singing on the scene when Dave was singing on the scene. So.
Suicide, correct?
Suicide Hook. Yeah. That's the band that toured with Drowning Pool, open for Drowning Pool.
Yeah. For those I don't know.
Merch, but we never got a deal. We never did crack into the industry. We just, would
frustration. I mean, is it because let's be honest, the scene's not like it used to be. You know this, man. I mean, we can go. I mean, just alone on that topic, we can go in for hours, man, on the scene. Yeah. Is that pretty much why? Just frustration, the scene, because like out here in SoCal, man, the scene's like, I feel there's nobody stepping up, man. You know what I mean? I mean, you guys could tour, but you guys got to, you guys obviously got to pay the bills, man. Yeah. So, I mean, is that pretty much derivative of that, or what do you think? Your opinion on that, on the scene now, the metal scene? Yeah.
I think all the lines between genres are so blurred because, the suits are really scrambling to find.
And that's my next question too.
They're scrambling to keep that money rolling in.
Yeah.
So,
for them to get fat, not the bands. For them to get fat.
It's the trickle down effect. I mean, everything is shifting and in constant motion, and you've got, people at the top like the suits who directly influence, our industry, shaping it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it warps the mentality and the viewpoints of the up-and-coming bands. It sends mixed messages. And I know that labels got to make their return on investments, man.
I know.
And it's sad that, after all said and done, even in the arts, music, it still all boils down to money, man.
Yeah.
It's big business, and it's always going to be.
Correct. I agree with you, my brother.
So when you have country bands that sound like rock bands of years ago, and you have rock bands of yesterday doing country albums.
Isn't that a trip?
And then there's elements of hip hop with it. It's just everything is so blurred, and it's hard to get in where you fit in. And then there's this whole social media thing and downloads and.
Yeah, I only use it to keep in contact with the bands. Unfortunately,
I mean, I'm a fan of it because there is that instant gratification, and you can immediately have interaction with your fan, and I'm all for that. The problem, I think, is the label's not really stepping in to fight for their artists with this whole digital download thing, man.
I agree.
They're allowing internet piracy to still exist.
I cover a lot of the local bands and stuff, and it's frustrating to see them, the hardworking bands, and speaking of signed and unsigned and all that stuff, you guys obviously were having some problems. I ran into CJ at NAMM, and he was telling me a little bit about that you guys got to get out of your management, and especially just dropping this your new album, which from my understanding it's killing it, man. Hallelujah! It just dropped in January, man. So I mean, that thing, it's like snowball effect now, huh?
I mean, that's the record. Hallelujah is a record we were trying to make when I came into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's not a knock on Resilience.
Mm-hmm.
We're proud of Resilience, but Resilience wasn't as well received with the Drowning Pool core fan base.
Oh, screw them.
And there's a reason for that. I mean, we had a lot of outside influences, and ultimately it falls on our feet because we listened. But there was a lot of outside influences, you know, label management to sound a certain way, to continue, you know, to be the band that maybe Ryan had, you know, helped him to be. But
yeah.
You know, obviously I'm not Ryan, and so
Yeah,
we're gonna grow. And this record, Hallelujah, man, this is what we've been trying to do since I joined the damn band. So I mean,
no, it sounds tight, man. I dig it. I mean, like I said, since Sinner, I've you know, that's when I obviously that's when I followed you. I mean, you know, if they, you know, you see this stupid comments, speaking of social media, about, oh, Jason doesn't, you know, he's not, that's such bull crap, man. You can't, you're not there to replace him, for one. You're there just to continue on the legacy of the band, man. Sure. And you know what I mean? But it's like, you hear that negative shit. Does that affect you in any way, man? Or you just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing my thing, I dig it, and that's it.
When I first joined and Resilience hit, man, I was so green, and I had such high hopes, man, and I was really naive to the inner workings of the industry. And all that hate, yeah, man, sure, it affected me. I'm human, man.
Yeah.
I've learned to weather the storms a little bit better now these days, and I've learned, you know, when to stand up for what I think is right and to
right
pick
on,
my
man.
battles.
I appreciate that, man.
Because a lot of the negative backlash we got from Resilience, hell, man, I agreed with it, man. You know.
Oh, wow. You're honest, man. I dig that.
Well, I mean,
to a certain point, right?
To a point.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, I wish everyone could hear the demos. Like, everyone who was pissed about Resilience and how my voice sounded and all that.
Yeah.
I wish they could have heard the demos that we presented to the label going in. Because, you know, and I'm not pointing fingers, I'm just going to say, man.
No, we're not here to point
fingers. It was like, oh, man, that's too heavy, that's too screamy, that's too...
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, man, I know. And I really wish I would have put my foot down. Because I'm, in all brutal honesty, man, Hallelujah... record we've been trying to make, right? And
it's sick, man.
It took us getting out of our label and
our that's what CJ was telling me,
to get that freedom to make that record, man. We've been trying, you know, but like you say, the fans, they don't understand.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't understand that. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. You know what is Dave going to come from the grave and start singing again, man? It's not going to happen, man. Just accept it, man. All bands are that way, man. You know, now if you're, you know, you're just, like I said, you're just a band that's just trying to continue on the legacy. You're trying to do the best you can, man. But these other cats, man, they don't understand that. Especially in the music community, man. They like to sit there and point their fingers, and you know this, man.
Yeah, cool. A lot of people don't realize that I knew Dave. You know, he was a friend of mine, and then they start talking all this shit.
Yeah, that's another. Like I said, I don't want to get into that past stuff, man.
Out of it when they're like, "Who's this kid, man?" I was like, "Dude, I'm not a kid. I've been here."
Right on, man.
I mean, I played shows with Dave back in the day, man. We all knew Dave. That's one of the common things that, you know, amongst the three singers that have followed Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we all knew him. What are you talking about, man? It's never
from what I understand, I mean, he obviously had his demons. I won't go into that, man, but from what I understand, he was a cool cat. Just from what I've read from people that knew him, and not hearing it from the horse's mouth. That's badass,
He was the life
bro.
of the party, man.
Yeah, that's
Everyone
badass,
knew
man.
He was gonna make it and be a star, man. We all knew. I watched it happen. You know.
Wow. Yeah, and then you know. Anyways, man, hey, where can they find your information, your social media sites, man, for all the new...
Drowning Pool? Anything Drowning Pool, man.
What about you, your personal, man? Because I know, like I said, I know you got a couple bands and stuff, man. Are you? I'm sorry, I apologize. Are you still active with those bands?
To a point, man. I'm as active as I can be. I mean, obviously my main gig is Drowning Pool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that keeps you busy.
All my energy goes into that. If ever we have some downtime, then I'll knock the dust off some of those older projects. I would say the most active thing I have going on right now is probably a band called Cyberstar with Billy Gray from Fozzy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fozzy, man.
And Dusty Winterroad, he was in...
That's badass, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah, we have a couple songs out, and then Steve and I have a band. It's called Even the Dead Love a Parade. So you can find that, Even the Dead Love a Parade and Cyberstar. And then if you're just wanting to look at my daily exploits, Suicide Reno. That's all.
They want to know what you're eating, man.
Yeah, well, I don't. I can't stand them.
Yeah, I know. I'm not that dude either.
Food,
oh, look, he's eating an In-N-Out double, man. Wow. Oh, little Jimmy just took his first shit. Big deal, you know. But where can they find you at on Facebook? Just Facebook and your name, obviously.
Jason Drowningpool.
And then what about just same thing? Same thing.
Twitter, it's Suicide Reno.
Okay.
Instagram, Suicide Reno. What's the other one? Snapchat. Yeah, Suicide
Beer
Reno.
Assistant, where you at?
It's all Suicide Reno.
Right on, man. Right on. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time out, man.
Thanks, man.
Hey, anything else you wanna mention before we time out here, man?
Yeah, I want everyone to pick up Hallelujah, and even if you don't pick it up, at least give it a shot. You know, go and preview the tunes. I'm telling you, man, if you're wanting some core Drowning Pool heavy shit, Hallelujah is a record for you. At least listen to it.
Yeah, not even just Drowning Pool, just listen to it as music, man. That's that. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off on that point, man. But I listened to it, man. I thought it was sick, man.
Thanks,
it's like
man.
it's good stuff, man. You know what I mean? And honestly, no disrespect to the other stuff out there, man. But there's a lot of poppy stuff out there. Too much poppy stuff.
A lot
man.
of it's being produced that way.
Yeah.
If you want something a little different, listen to Hallelujah. If you dig
That'll grab you by the nuts.
Listen to it, buy it. If you do buy it, buy a ticket to the show, and we'll play, because we're playing a lot of the new songs in our live set now. So
they're on tour right now. Check them out. You guys are going across the U.S., correct?
Yeah, we're going all over the world. That's
okay. All right, there you go. Go onto their websites. Go onto his website. Check them out. Check out Hallelujah. It's on the website. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Hey, this is Rad Chad from Maximum Threshold Radio. Thank you for time.
thank you again for tuning in this week. That's right. I have to take the pause off. Hey, I'm out of here. But I'll see you guys next week here on the Maximum Threshold Radio Show, episode 441. Next week, no clues coming on, man. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be a cool-ass show like it is every single week. And we're bringing the stars to you. The stars shall align here on Maximum Threshold Radio. See you guys next week. Bye. Love you guys.
You have just listened to the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Maximum Threshold Radio Show is live every Saturday night from 8 to 11 p.m. exclusively on MaximumThreshold.net. I'd like to thank all the affiliates, all our sponsors, and all our listeners for tuning in this week and listening to this week's edition of the Maximum Threshold Radio Show. Thanks for tuning in again. See you next week on the Maximum Threshold Radio Show.